Hello everybody, welcome back to Backman with Rodies. In the last episode we started here in the light tower thing, but I don't know its proper name. We found a rare candy, which is going to help getting Forks up to the proper level. If you don't know who Forks is, you should really go watch the last episode. Also, yeah, I made a mistake here, last episode. You're definitely supposed to drop down there. But we got a rare candy anyway, so who even gives a shit? It was all worth it for the rare candy. Also though, for a legendary Pokemon, leveling is a little bit more difficult, so kinda, yeah, maybe it was worth it. And now we have also, I think I have some like powdered sugar stuck in my mustache because I'm recording this right after the last episode, but the last episode I was complaining about being hungry, so I had a slice of apple pie because that was like the closest thing I had on hand, which wasn't literally potato chips or biscuits and or cookies, whatever you like to call it. I mean, whether you like British things or there are more biscuits, and when I say a cookie I think more about like chocolate chip cookies, right? Or like something something like that. When I say biscuit I mean something more like I'm just gonna show you one. I mean this one also has chocolate on it, but like this side, this is what I think about when I say biscuit. And I've got some like other stuff. I've got like a couple of different types of cookies over there, but they just don't really fill your stomach for like any period of time. So I was like, yeah, there's like a lot more density and like just a lot more sugar, to be honest, in a slice of apple pie. So I just like got one of those, and now I can record this episode and I can have a proper meal after recording this episode. But that's still going to be like, when I'm done recording this episode, it's going to be 4:30, which is not really a time to go like eat dinner. Then again, I do need to like preheat the oven, which is going to take like half an hour. So probably it's going to be like closer to 5:30 by the time I can have dinner. But still, for me, that is fairly early because usually I have dinner between like 7, a little bit before 7 maybe when I'm early, or between 7 and 8 and going into even until 9 p.m. When I'm very late with. That's interesting because I don't have a ground type move still on this thing. Well, Sandstorm, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, Spaghetti's better against Larvitar anyway. So I'm not gonna have like dinner at 5 because I'll be hungry by the time it's 7 because my body's like, okay, it's 7, let's go have dinner. And I'll be eating again. So I don't know how I'm going to survive until dinner time. Probably just by like playing a lot of video games and distracting myself from the fact that I'm hungry. Because I don't want to like eat 2 dinners. That doesn't sound very healthy. Pidgeotto, let's use Zone again, it's been a while. Also, having 2 dinners, that's like... Dinner's the most expensive meal of the day for me, so having 2 of those doesn't seem like a good idea. If anything, the better idea there would be for me to get a second lunch after recording this, but... I was going to say maybe I should record a couple more videos and like keep myself busy, but if there's one thing on this planet Earth which gets me hungry as fuck, it's recording videos. I mean, like, just... That's not very nice for me. I guess I have a grass type. Recording videos and streaming, that... It fills me with a hunger, like, unknown to mankind before the age of the internet. I am certain that there's nothing quite like being, like, stream hungry. You can ask any streamer, by the way. You can ask any of them. I'm going to guarantee to you about 99% of them. Maybe not specifically YouTubers who like just record for like 30 minutes to an hour at a time, because it's not that bad with just recording for an hour. If you stream for an extended period of time and you don't eat like, or at least don't eat a lot during that stream, you're going to be starving by the end of it. Bind is not going to be worth it for any moves. I'm sorry. please do go like tweet or ask in the Discord server to your favorite streamer or YouTuber. Do you get hungry doing like extended recording sessions or streams? And again, I fucking guarantee they will say yeah, kinda a lot. Because there's just something about this, just something about like keeping up a monologue or even a dialogue, but more so a monologue. I do find that when I don't stream alone, which has been a while, admittedly, I don't get as hungry, but just keeping up the constant monologue while also playing a video game, for some reason, just takes a lot of like energy. It's just like your brain is just using all the fucking glucose in your system. And it's like, okay, now that we're done, please give me more sugar. Because you used up everything by keeping like the brain that active throughout the entirety. So I kind of forgot that you don't go into here until you have the secret potion. So that's my bad. I even talked about needing to get the secret potion in the island place. I think like last episode, maybe 2 episodes ago. So I kind of fucked up there. But we got some experience, so that's good. So now we can go capture at least 1, potentially 2 more Pokemon and take on a gym this episode? Question mark? I think we can. And then we can take on 2 gyms next episode, probably, because we can take on Jasmine's gym, which is going to be like 2 Pokemon and probably very short. And then we can take on Price as well. I think that, yeah, Route 40 is not a water route. I remembered correctly. I remembered it correctly. Also, there's something... There's the... Huh! I did not remember Pokemon Crystal having a battle tower. I thought there was something introduced in Ruby and Sapphire. Apparently, Crystal had it before that. I honestly did not remember that. I don't have a fishing rod, do I? But I think somebody in this town gives you a fishing rod, so let's go find one. Because the moment I get into the water, I think it turns into Route 41. It does not. So we can capture a Pokemon here, and that is going to be a Jigglypuff, which I do not think we do have. Never mind. When did we get a Jigglypuff? What did we name our Jigglypuff? Oh, we named it Kirby, I remember. Yeah. Sim, my good old friend. I have your pre-evolution in the box, waiting to be useful. In Kanto. Not earlier than Kanto. I'm very sorry. I'm not going to use you in Johto because Dratini is just trash. Dragonair is like not that good as well. Is there going to be any other Pokemon around here? I'm kind of hoping that Mewtwo is just like a water-based encounter everywhere and that I can still run into Mewtwo here. That would be kind of nice. I can't go too far south because it turns into Route 41 right there. Okay, so Route 40. Let's just do this. Let's battle you. Okay. We're doing this. That's fine. I guess. Maybe. I didn't really think about... Am I the only one, by the way, that always thought that the Remoraid between Mantines win? First of all, it's just a little bit of a weird addition. Having a Pokemon in other Pokemon sprites. And at some point, I think, like, in Gen 3, in Pokemon Emerald, they removed it and it never came back. Or it might have been in Gen 4 where they removed it. But somewhere along those times, they removed the Remoraid and never came back. Which is interesting because you need to have a Remoraid in your party with a Mantike in order to evolve the Mantike. So they introduced a evolution gimmick with the Remoraid, but they took out the Remoraid from the sprite, which is a little bit weird. But I always thought that the Remoraid wasn't swimming under the wing, but he was like biting into it and just like lifting with him in that way. I don't know why I always assumed that, because it definitely does not look like that. But for some reason I always assumed that, and until this very moment I didn't realize I've been living with a like false assumption of that for like at least 15 years at this point. And my whole life has just been a lie. Honestly, it's like, I'm not being too emotional here because I'm a professional and I'm on camera, so, but it's hitting me. It really is hitting me. Okay, so are we going to run into anything that's not a Jigglypuff or a Dragonite? Because it doesn't feel like we are until we get a fishing rod potentially, so let's... I don't think we are. Yeah, no, we're definitely... One of them is Tentacool, the other is Tentacruel. That makes a lot of sense. So we're gonna need a fishing rod for Route 40. Does Route 41 offer us any, like, more interesting... Ursaring! Okay, that is a encounter. That is an encounter. It might not be a great encounter because, again, I don't think there's, like, any actually good normal types. The best normal type is Eevee, but that's only because his evolution gimmick. Eevee himself, still shit. Ursaring, not as bad as Eevee stats-wise, obviously. It has some physical attack. As far as normal types go, I'd say Ursaring is up there. As far as Pokemon go, I'd say Ursaring is like... kind of middle of the pack, right? Ursaring is a little... Okay, hear me out here, right? Ursaring, in the ranking of Pokemon, is roughly in the same place where Pokemon Sword and Shields are in the ranking of Pokemon games. That being just at the bottom of the list of the acceptable tier. Does that make any sense? It's not bad, but it's not good either. Just like wait for Ursaring to actually like be one of the best Pokemon ever in like VGC or something. I don't think so, because I feel like I'd know about that if that were the case. I don't keep up with VGC or like any competitive meta game really, but I know I'd know if something like stupid like Ursaring would be in there. I think Ursaring. We're going to look this up. What do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't cheat. Leave what you think it is, and then leave if you were right. What tier do you think Ursaring is on Smogon? I'm going to say I think Ursaring is a UU Pokemon. We're going to look this up right now while we try to capture it. Ursaring Smogon. Throw another Great Ball at you. You're more difficult to capture than Ho-Oh so far, and you're definitely not going to be worth that. Smogon, Ursaring for Sun and Moon is... it's PU. It's fucking PU. It's such a low tier that I don't even know what the tier stands for. What is PU? I know PU is low, but I don't know what the P in PU stands for. It does get guts though. Huh. Usually things with guts are somewhat useful because you obviously have like the possibility to use guts, Flame Orb, Facade. I'm going to call you... I'm going to call you Ron. Ron the Ursaring. Don't know why. That's our encounter for Route 41. Again, we're going to come back to Route 40 when we have a fishing rod, which I don't exactly know when that is. Wait a second. This is already Signwood City, so we can definitely run into a Pokemon here. Yeah. There's definitely also, like, there is encounters here. I already have a Larvitar. Like, thank you for giving me another Larvitar, but I really don't need it. That's Route 41, Signwood City. Give me another encounter, another Larvitar. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center and heal up my paralysis because that is preventing me from running away in a big way, and I don't really want that. So we also could. If we have Rock Smash, we could also... We don't have Rock Smash, do we? If we had Rock Smash, we could also try to trigger a Shuckle encounter, which would be interesting. And it also works at Route 40, actually, now I think about it. So we probably just want to, like, try to find Rock Smash. Maybe? I don't know, do we? Do we? I'm going to try for a little bit longer to get a proper encounter here, but it might be a little bit... Yeah, I'm thinking there's probably only going to be Larvitar around here, which is a bit of a bummer, because I don't really need Larvitar. Can I serve here as well? I can. Is it going to be a different encounter list? Very doubtful, but it's worth... Nah, it's just Larvitar. Which honestly might be decent for grinding purposes, because they're easy to knock out. Wait, you're Suicune. Didn't think about that. I keep forgetting. I've played Crystal once in my life before this. Usually when I go back to Gen 2, for some reason, I go with Gold and Silver. Even though this definitely is like the better game, right? So I always forget that there's Suicune events around the story and around the map. And there's battles. We may not be doing a gym battle today. Which actually, I don't know what levels the gym is. Okay, you start with a Kakuna, that's laughable. The fact that you're level 23 makes me think that the gym is going to be like level 30. And while I think I can take care of that, largely, if the gym has any troublesome Pokemon, that's gonna be a problem for me. So I'm probably going to do some grinding before going to the gym anyway. Especially since that means I can take forks with me. Which is gonna be very useful. But it also depends on how much time we have left in this episode. Because we are like closing in on 20 minutes. So we could end off the episode here. And I already forgot what you're gonna send out. So, I don't know, let's go into Blaze. Hitmonlee. Honestly, Blaze... not a horrible choice of Pokemon to go into there. Not the best, but honestly, I don't really have a best. Again, same thing I said with Hitmontop. I don't really have anything to deal with fighting types specifically. I can deal with them. Oh, that's not good. Let's switch out into Nick and Dragon Rage you instead. Because you are one defensive motherfucker. I don't like you being that defensive. Also, Jump Kick is doing a lot of damage, so I really need something that resists it. Yeah, Dragon Rage is probably going to do a fair bit of damage here, because I think you have a high not a high HP stat, but a high defense stat. Yeah, you do. How are you not missing any of these Jump Kicks, by the way? Oh, that's high Jump Kick that only has 50% accuracy, I think. I think Jump Kick probably has like 70. But again, still, 70% accuracy means that if I use a move, I'm going to miss it about 90% of the time. So, I'm still convinced that somewhere data miners have just not been able to find it yet. In the Pokemon game code, there is something that gives a accuracy boost to low accuracy moves for enemy Pokemon and gives a accuracy decrease when you use them. Yeah, that's the right way around. I thought I said it the wrong way around. I didn't. I'm convinced about that being a thing. I also know that's not actually a thing. I wanted to use Rock Slide there, but I guess Bite also works. Not as well though, because Natu survived. Which is a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying. It doesn't matter, it's just a Natu. It's not going to be able to... I think it used Leah against me, which is really pathetic, seeing as how it only had 2 moves. Or 1 move. 2 turns. You keep searching for Suicune and I'll just keep beating your ass. How about that? I think the dude in this house gives you Rock Smash. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so you are the friendship checker? Maybe? Oh, you must be the Rock Smash dude. Photo studio. No. I don't have a Game Boy camera. I'm very sorry. You? Maybe? I think somebody here. Yeah, I know Lugia lives in those places. I might go, like, visit him. That's the post-game. You? Huh? Wait, you give me a free Pokemon? Wait. What Pokemon is that usually? Also, are you like... Okay, you're not important. You're not important, just shut up. What Pokemon is that usually, and what Pokemon is it going to be for me? I'm not catching anything and saying with City if I can just get a free Pokemon. Fuck that. I mean, I guess bye-bye Blaze. Because you're going to get yeeted into the box from next episode onwards anyway. But this might be a worthy replacement of something else. I'm going to be grinding anyway, so let's go through this real quickly. Received a Pokemon. Really? You don't even tell me what it is. I already have a Shuckle. But I can take your item. We're going to release you now. Is that usually a Shuckle? It feels like that usually is supposed to be a Shuckle as well. I feel like it is supposed to be a Shuckle. So it's a good thing that we got the Shuckle when we did, because otherwise this would be the encounter for... It's not Shuckle, it's Shucky, which usually is a Shuckle, but now it's a Crocodile! We got Bob! Hell yeah! We got Bob! You're staying on the team. Nick, fuck off. Welcome to the team, I guess. And Fox, welcome to the team. This is going to be the team for next episode. It's going to be Shocky and Fox. I'm going to have to look up where the name rater is, and if you can even like name rate gift Pokemon. I'm probably just going to like use Pokédex to change its name into Bob, because obviously we can't have a Crocodile not be called Bob. He has to be Bob. I don't think you understand like the severity of the situation. This Crocodile has to be Bob. But we got Bob, and we got him for free. We didn't even have to catch him. I think that's a really good like highlight to end the episode on. Also, it's a really good Pokemon for in the thumbnail. I still don't know what the last episode is going to be for the thumbnail, because it can't be Ho-Oh. Until next time, Overvlog, you've been awesome. As always, it's a bit of a shorter episode, but, you know, grinding, gyms. We're going to go through, like, gyms very quickly over the next couple of episodes. So, I'll see you all back then. Bye.